All righty, good morning. Today we're going to be looking at mysteries of the ocean. One of those mysteries might surprise you. There are some accounts of mermaids, believe it or not. And this week's random thoughts, we'll be looking at that as well. Buckle up, folks. You're on the Bearded and Blessed podcast.
Welcome to the Bearded and Blessed podcast. Honest, everyday conversations anchored in faith.
Well, hey, folks, how's everything going? How you doing today, Bruce?
I hate when you ask me that.
Oh, well, that great, huh?
I'm doing good.
I tell you what, it's been a busy week. I'm not going to say it's been a week. It's been a busy week.
It has been a busy week, and I like my weeks a little less busy than what it's been.
Or a little more routine, at least.
Yeah, that would be cool. 'Cause, man, I hate chaos and disorder, and I've had a lot of that this week. So.
You know, I never played baseball, but I guarantee you I could never have hit a curveball. But I have curveballs thrown at me all the time, and I can't stand them.
Yep, absolutely.
Bring the heat right down the middle. I'd much rather just throw it at me instead of throwing around me.
Sometimes I just want to catch that ball and hit the pitcher with it. You know, whoever keeps throwing this stuff at me.
I get you on that. You know, I did have a lot of fun this week. My best friend from college was in town.
Okay.
I am not a theme park guy.
Mm-hmm.
I live in the wrong place because everybody loves this stuff. But apparently Disney has redone this whole Star Wars thing, and they have this place called Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
In Hollywood Studios. And dude, I felt like a first grader in that place. I'm walking around and everything that was in my imagination in the backyard is like real and in front of me.
Bro, those were the good days.
Oh, there was a life-size Millennium Falcon.
Wow.
Like there sitting, and it had like the bridge open, you know?
Yeah.
Or the whatever that is open to get inside of it. The ramp. I remember as a kid, like screaming in the backyard playing, Chewie, get us out of here.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, there's the ramp right there. I want to go running up into that thing, even though there's fence posts around everywhere. It's like, dude, I was a kid again for the first time in like years.
Wow.
And that one particular ride, there's like six of you. And you're in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, no kidding.
And you're like flying it, and you have things that you have to do to make the whole thing work.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. It was as sour as I am about a lot of this stuff. There were certain parts of it that gave me joy as a kid, and it's like, man, that all came rushing back. It was wild. It's really cool to get to a place like that where you can kind of just negate all the crap that's happened and just let a little bit of joy surface. And I'm like, why am I not letting the joy of the Lord do this to me every day? And why is that such a hard focus? But yet here's a Millennium Falcon in front of me.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was fun stuff. It was fun. So, well, we've got some crazy stuff to go through this week.
We do.
So we had talked about this a little bit in some episodes with just the surface of the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about going to the moon and stuff, and it's like, I think we know more about the surface of the moon than we do the surface of the ocean.
So I know this is off topic, but I've got a question.
Well, we're kind of off topic kind of guys, so it's all good.
The Artemis just went up, right?
We actually went out to the base and watched it go up.
Okay. My son told me, and I don't know how accurate this is it going to take 4 days for them to get there?
I think longer.
Okay, so now my question is this. All right, in the 60s, you see everybody sitting at the terminals. They launch it up in the air. Next thing you know, an hour later, maybe? At least this was my perspective. The Eagle has landed.
I don't know.
I'm like, where did you land? Bro, what technology did you have that today it takes us let me guess, they took a shortcut.
You know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the whole comparison.
We're gonna have to because
Next week we'll do the comparison between the Artemis 2 and what happened on Apollo 11.
Ever since we did that, I look at everything differently now, and I'm like, I don't understand. And they can't land because they don't have enough power to take off again. That's what I was told.
This is so.
How can that be?
You know,
somebody explain it to me, please, because I don't understand.
I would feel so much more comfortable talking about this if I was back in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But knowing that this happens 20 miles down the road.
It's a good thing that we tape in a secret location.
Yes. we are in our own bunker in Florida. Don't trace the IP. Don't look for the signal on my phone.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I would like to look at the comparison between the two, because like that thing that went up a few days ago looked a lot more solid.
and I said to my wife, I'm like, okay, so what happened to the camera guy that stayed behind in the 60s?
So okay,
and she says, it was a robot. I'm like, we had robots in the 60s?
So I did get that explained to me. Apparently they were carrying the rover and all that stuff, and so it landed. They dropped the rover, and then they picked back up and then landed over here, and the camera on the rover is what was filming them. But yeah, okay. When that was explained to me,
yeah,
it didn't mean that I agreed.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, come on, man. Do they have the rover in a museum somewhere?
We need to go there.
Maybe it was a replica.
After we go to Ohio to look for Bigfoot, yeah. We're gonna go to the museum at the Kennedy Space Center.
Then we're gonna go scuba diving and check out our next thing.
Yeah, we're going to ask the KSC museum people so many questions that we're gonna hate us by the time it's over.
We're gonna get removed,
right?
Trespassed.
Oh, that's great. No, but I think we do need to look into that.
Oh goodness. All fun and games.
Just questions.
It's a couple of stupid guys asking questions.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, so let's head into this whole ocean segment here. Like I said, less than 0.001% of the deep ocean floor has been directly observed. So 99.999%, we have no idea what's where, or have we even looked into it. Yet 66% of the Earth's surface is water.
And the last time we tried going down in a tin can, they said that the pressure crushed it.
Right. Yep. And didn't that sub that went down to see the Titanic recently, didn't it implode or something?
I don't know. I'm just like,
I'd have to look into that.
It just doesn't make sense. We can go to the moon. Sorry.
Oh, you're fun.
Oh, but we can't get to the bottom of the ocean.
There's even numbers of even facts about like what we've actually discovered and what we haven't. Because like people are like 5%. Apparently they've mapped and explored 5% of the ocean, but then people argue and say, well, no, America has done the Atlantic and the Pacific, 5% of those, but the rest of it, no.
Yeah.
And so they're constantly fighting about what we have and haven't. Here's the bottom line, folks. We don't know what's on the bottom of the ocean. And whether it's 90%, 95%, 80%, whatever, most of it, the major majority of it, we have no idea what's going on down there.
And that's wild because we got people swimming in it.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't really go in the water anymore. I used to go in as a kid.
I'll go in lake water normally, but I get claustrophobic in water, which everybody thinks is stupid, but it's like, they're like, it's so wide open and whatever. I was like, no, you're being touched on every part of your body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, No.
Then you feel that thing brush your leg, and you're like, "What the hell?"
Right. Or you see something.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear some of these stories. So we're going to start just with some underwater cities that they've kind of found.
See, that's cool as hell.
And I wish I had done a deeper dive on some of these, because apparently there's some in Greece, Egypt, Italy, India, Jamaica, Israel, and the North Sea.
Wow.
And those are like some remains. They're finding like artifacts showing that something lived there.
Almost like somebody flooded the earth.
Almost. And what's interesting is some of those that I just mentioned, those other ones, they're much deeper down
Really?
than what this Unaguni monument in Japan is, which is the one we're going to look at.
See, if I had a kid, that's what I would name them.
Unaguni.
Unaguni. That's what.
I would have just.
That's why guys in their 50s normally don't have kids.
Don't name their kids.
They've had about enough of everything, and they'd say this one, dub him Unaguni.
I think I would have just done Yoshi. It's a little easier to say. So, on the southeast side of the Unaguni Island, in 1986, this explorer was tracking hammerhead sharks, which are prevalent in the area, and only a few meters deep they find this monument type thing, but it actually looks like an underwater city.
Wow, I think hammerhead sharks are so cool.
They are.
They were my favorite when I was a kid. Yeah.
Well, I think it's harder to get bit by them than some of the other ones.
Then I heard something the other day, like they ram you.
Oh, they do. They do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, hammerhead sharks they don't mess around. Okay, so I don't know that they're going to talk about it in the video, but there's some artifacts and some structures in this that kind of point to this maybe being a farming community with its own drainage system, a looping road, a retaining wall, drinking pools, and like pillars all around. Yeah, so we were talking a little bit there, like nature doesn't go in straight lines, like you're saying.
Not like that.
So there's a pretty good diagram of this. This is what this whole thing is. So you couldn't really see this, with them going around in little segments and stuff. But that at the very end there on the right, you saw the turtle thing that they were talking about, that little statue deal. But you kind of see how there's a big looping road.
Mm-hmm.
An upper terrace, a main terrace, and then like all these steps and stuff. Now here again, those steps look awfully big, Bruce.
I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was, not sure what was walking around in this place. Wow. Let's put it that way. And then there's like an arch gateway, which I don't think they showed in the video. So it's almost that path goes up into this, whatever it is. Now, this was only a few meters down. I think they said maybe 60 meters, but some of those other findings I was talking about in like Israel and Greece and all those other areas,
Yep.
they are like way further down in the water.
Wow.
So, the argument right now is that global warming and glaciers melting and all that stuff is what buried this thing in the ground.
Mm.
But what's interesting to me is this thing was discovered in 1986. I think it's just not very populated in that part of that island, because this looks like something that it would have been found a long time ago.
You would think so, being not that far down.
Well, and it's just huge. I mean, and I would think on a good day, if it's fairly clear there, you should be able to maybe see this from the surface. I don't know.
I mean, in global warming, I think we're supposed to almost dead by now, aren't we? Like when they were talking about it in
Well,
like
then
the 80s and 90s?
well, I think they had to change it to climate change.
Okay.
Because
and the ozone layer was going to go and we were all going to fry
well,
by now?
not only that, this is the coolest it's ever been in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember a spring being this cool.
No.
It should be 90 degrees by now. And we're barely pushing 80 on some days. It was beautiful walking around the park this past week. It's like in the mid to high 70s. It's like in a breeze and everything.
We are not making any friends at all.
Well, I think the whole global change, climate change community has kind of changed their tune on a lot of stuff recently.
Except for that Greta chick.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I just don't know that I want to. I don't know that I want to take the considerations of a tween.
Yeah,
to base my life.
Goodness.
I think I need a little more evidence other than Greta's. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
How dare you? All right. So
how dare you? I'm sorry.
So this next thing is pretty wild. It is known as the ice finger of death. Do you need to recover?
I'm okay. Go ahead. I got the picture in my head
of her.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I need to add that clip in there
gosh,
when we're talking about it. All right.
Oh, it's too much.
Let's see. Here we go. The ice finger of death.
This is a brinicle. Supercooled water sinking from above, forming a pillar of ice. For the creatures of the seabed, it's a stealthy finger of death. A river of ice imprisons everything in its path.
So, dude, that looked just like a finger coming down and like touching the ground.
That's crazy. All those little starfish.
Yeah.
Reminded me. Do you ever watch the original movie, The Blob?
No. I need to watch The Blob. Yeah.
When this thing is rolling down the road and all the people are scurrying and they're running into each other and they're not going anywhere. They're just running back and forth. That's what it reminded me of.
Wow. I'm going to have to see that now.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a blob segment. So what this thing is, they sometimes call it an ice stalactite. It descends, like it was shown like as a tube downward. I believe it's like, they call it a brinicle because the water is called brine. Well, we're in the next segment, they'll show it a little bit, but they call them like brine puddles, or basically the salinity and salt content and everything else in the water makes it way more dense.
Okay.
And so when it comes down and freezes, it's water moving through water.
Oh, wow.
As like a solid kind of deal. I'm just not smart enough to say this correctly.
That's wild.
But the pockets of that brine can get trapped inside of that ice pack, and when it comes down, it stays together instead of dispersing.
Oh, okay.
And it's so cold that it stays
That's crazy.
an icicle looking type deal. But these next videos kind of explain that whole brine situation a little bit better, and you'll see what they actually look like regular temperatures.
Okay.
Because that was frozen, you know. So let's take a look here.
Scientists literally found water at the bottom of the ocean. Deep beneath the surface lie brine pools, dense pockets of super salty water that sit on the ocean floor like underwater lakes. Their salt concentration is so high that they don't mix with the surrounding sea, creating a sharp boundary where one body of water rests atop another.
So yeah, that the salt is so much denser in that area or that location. Like what makes that little puddle more dense than everything else?
Oh my gosh, that's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It is.
We watch these.
It's like the
dummies.
Abyss. Did
Let's
you ever watch?
touch the mirror. You know, you go through.
Did you ever see the Abyss? Did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah.
This is all like Abyss type stuff.
That's nuts.
Just really,
this is
really.
why I don't scuba dive.
Yeah. I don't like going into that. I like going into the shower or the bathtub, and that's about it. Maybe a swimming pool.
Did I ever tell you how? So my wife and I went on vacation, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been on like one vacation. We went to the Bahamas, and my wife's like, "Oh, do you want to go snorkeling?" I'm like, "Sure, why not? I've seen people snorkel. That looks fun."
Right.
This guy brings us out in the middle of the ocean. Bro, the snorkeling I've seen is in like water like that deep.
Right on the beach.
And so I'm like, it's okay. We could do this. Now storm's rolling in.
Oh, God.
Bro, you got like 2-foot waves. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, I can still do this. I remember I used to swim when I was 13. Bro, I got in that water. I sunk like a rock.
Oh.
I tried going back in with my little floaty vest. I was like... Bro, nobody told me that to snorkel, you can't breathe fast or it shuts off.
I don't think I knew that.
So I'm suffocating above the water. My floaty's not holding me up. I'm like, I'm going back.
You're like,
I almost died.
That's wild. We've been on a few of those trips. In fact, we went on our honeymoon. We went on one, and again, everybody's always kind of made fun of me because I get claustrophobic in water. Yeah. The snorkeling stuff is some of the most fun I've ever had. But it was down by like a reef and stuff down there.
That's what I mean. Like, bro.
And you're not supposed to touch the ground. You're not supposed to push off on anything. And it's like, if you're not, yeah.
I did not expect like a current in the water.
Yeah.
I got beat half to death trying to get back up the metal ladder because it was horrific.
Oh,
the only thing that saved me feel a little bit better about myself is I sat down and there's this couple sitting next to me. And they're talking, and I'm like, so is this your first time snorkeling? They're like, nah, we've been a couple of times. I'm like, how was this for you guys? They're like, bro, this was hard. We'd never been. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, because I felt like a total idiot. I'm like, I am not having the dude jump off the boat and save me.
I tell you what, dude, anything water related. Dude, there's a reason why swimmers are in immaculate shape. Like, you mess with the water, and it's a workout.
I was like 40 pounds heavier than I am now, too. And I learned real quick.
Did you lose it all that day?
I've been looking in a funny mirror because I'm not in the shape I was when I was a teenager.
Yeah. Well, I just want to get back on that Millennium Falcon. But anyway. All right, let's see here. So this goes into a little more depth. This is crazy.
Wow.
This is an underwater lake type deal. So check this out.
That's wild.
Dude, so I only watched clips of that before, so they don't even know how deep that thing goes.
That's crazy.
But they showed that crab, and I did a little more reading about some other parts of this stuff, and it's like these crustaceans and fish and everything else accidentally get into that water, and it kills them, if not instantly, within 10 to 60 seconds,
Wow.
they're dead. I mean, you saw that dead crab in there.
That's nuts. The jacuzzi of death
The
sounds like something out of a B-rated horror movie.
Well, and it's like, it's crazy because, like, you know, you see Atlantis, you see some of these
Yeah.
like things. I'm trying to think of what movie in particular, but like even when there's these underwater cities in there, oh, you know what? Let's go with SpongeBob.
Yeah.
All right. SpongeBob has Bikini Bottom, and it's a beach
Yeah.
underwater.
Yep. Jake.
What the crap,
oh,
man?
My gosh.
So I don't know. I think it's just kind of interesting. We know a little, like what, 15%, whatever we know of this stuff, and this is the crap we're finding in
Wow.
that 5 to 15%. It's
That's
like
crazy.
I don't want to know what's in that 80
Yeah.
to 90% category. So this next thing, man, is pretty wild. These are known as the black smoke vent stacks. They're just like, well, we'll take a look and then talk about it. But this is crazy, dude.
Yes. There it is. Wow. The iconic structure of oceanography.
Looks like a little beehive up there,
It
huh?
does, doesn't it?
It is a beehive.
Unbelievable. Wow.
How long have we known about when was
Yep.
the first vent discovered?
The first vents were discovered in 77. The first
black smokers.
smokers in 82. That crab on the
Oh, yeah,
right
look at that.
may be Predator,
That's pretty cool, right?
Cyanagrea. And those look just like Galateas,
Yeah,
but
they-
maybe they're similar. Okay, now let's do zoom on the white that was up above, the thing we settled in to sample. Let's just take a good look at it. Yeah. So
Look at those little guys.
plenty of albanellids there and paralbanellids.
Let it settle
So again,
down.
those albanellids are small,
There
the
you
small
go.
worms there.
Yeah, with their little plumes sticking out of their tubes.
Wow.
We've also got a little.
So those vents, they're saying that at certain times, it's coming out at like 600 degrees. I don't know if it's Fahrenheit. It must be Fahrenheit because
Wow.
600 degrees Celsius would be like
Yeah.
really, well, I mean, not that 600 degrees Fahrenheit isn't
Yeah,
hot.
Yeah.
Where the black smoking vents are, the particles are predominantly a very fine-grained sulfide. And when the hot hydrothermal fluids mix with the near-freezing seawater, it creates that black smoke just pouring out. It looks like a chimney.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, whose house is under there?
Yeah.
Speaking of, SpongeBob, is that
Yeah.
Squidward having a barbecue or what's going on?
Didn't SpongeBob have like volcanic eruptions and all that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's all that stuff underneath there. So the black smoke is the chimneys that are formed of deposits of iron sulfide, which makes it black. But there are some white smoking chimneys as well. And those are like deposits of barium, calcium, and silicon And so when those are all burning together in this, whatever that heat is and wherever it's coming from, they say it's from the core of the earth.
Yeah.
But that forms those white smokers in that particular area. Now, the next thing is known as the Great Blue Hole. And I think this might be where the Mariana Trench
okay.
is that? I think that's what it was called. But this is crazy too, because they talk about how this process happens, and it's basically just a big sinkhole in the ocean, and they don't know how deep it is or any of that stuff. So this is a fairly short video, but it's pretty wild too.
A blue hole is basically just a massive sinkhole in the ocean, and they can take over 100,000 years to form. You see, back in the ice ages, the sea was hundreds of feet lower than it is today, and solid rock gradually eroded away by environmental factors like acidic rainwater to form vast cave systems. As the planet warmed up and the ice age ended, the sea levels rose and flooded those caves, literally bringing the house down, collapsing the roofs and forming what we now know as blue holes. We know it was once dry because divers have found stalactites still clinging to the old roof structure. They're still there. Blue holes are often hundreds of feet deep, which gives them that deep blue color in contrast to the shallower water around them. Belize's blue hole is now around 40 miles offshore, and it's part of the second largest barrier reef system in the world. Jacques Cousteau, my hero, made it famous in the 70s when he declared it one of the top 5 scuba diving sites in the world. But its known history goes back a couple thousand years to the Maya. Marine archaeologists have found evidence of them visiting the site, and we hope to find more evidence of why they were there on our dive. On December 2nd, I'll be taking you on a once-in-a-lifetime adventure to the Great Blue Hole in Belize. Now, this mission is massive, and we're bringing together some of the coolest people and the most advanced technology on the planet to give you a once-in-a-lifetime view of the Great Blue Hole. So join me and the team live on December 2nd at 4 p.m. Eastern on Discovery Channel.
Dude, that cave crap is awesome.
That is wild.
Have you ever been in caves? You ever been caving or anything?
I have once.
So, Kentucky's cave country.
Okay.
I mean, as kids, we took field trips to Mammoth Cave, Squire Boone Caverns, all of these, pioneer type societies that were built around the cave systems.
Yeah.
To see, like to walk through that whole thing, it's eerie anyway, because you have to go down like 90 feet into the earth. They take you down.
Oh, wow.
All that to be like underwater would be wild, to like scuba dive and see all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which means, like you was saying, at some point that had to have been in air. It had to have been up to the top. It had to have been land. We point to the flood, knowing only 5%. I think the more they learn about the ocean, the more they figured out that at some point a lot of the stuff was dry.
Yeah, for real.
And so I think that's why they're having to, not only notice all the cultures and the stories told throughout time, but I think they're starting to see that, okay, the scientific evidence points to some sort of global flood.
Yeah, and they don't want to give any credence to that.
Well, if they have to start giving credence to that, then they have to start giving credence to the dragons and everything else too. All right, man. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm done with all this natural earth stuff. Let's start talking about some monsters.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
This first segment is the Joe Rogan Show, and this particular guy was on the show talking about how they were down there for 2 weeks straight on the bottom of the ocean.
Wow.
In like some submersible kind of deal. And I'm trying to see. So this is a pretty long segment, but it's well worth listening to this guy talk. So check this out.
What's freakier, being at the bottom of the ocean or being up in space?
Up in space is more surreal. Yeah, because the floating, the earth out the window, the views are better. But being down there was pretty wild, too. I remember once we were doing this experiment where I had my crewmate and I had an ultrasound, and we're doing this telemedicine experiment. So there were these docs in Houston looking at the screen, but there's a delay. And I'm supposed to find her kidney, and I'm like searching around for a kidney. And then I look up and I look out the window and I see a 6-foot hammerhead shark right out the window. And we have a guy in the water. And I dropped a giant F-bomb. I was like, fuck, you know. And all the docs in Houston are freaking out. They're thinking like in a moment they're going to see her liver explode on the screen or something. And they're like, what's that? How's the patient? How's the patient? I'm like, patient's fine. Got a 6-foot hammerhead out the window.
Yeah, that's got to be really weird, right? You're in that thing in their world for how long? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So is that the weirdest animal that you saw? Is the hammerhead?
The scariest thing I saw was one night I was taking a dump. This is a true story. The way you do this, okay, number one, you just pee in the pool, okay? But if you have to go number two, you go into the pool because you don't want a floater in your pool, right? That's
of course
like Caddyshack. You don't want that,
right?
So what you do is you go. You don't take a tank. You just take your mask and your fins. And you go down
naked.
You can. We had a mixed gender crew, so I wore some trunks, but you know. And then you just go down, and you have to swim. I don't know. It's like maybe 10, 15 feet. It's not that far. And there's what we call the gazebo, which is just a little dome. That has air inside. Now you're out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, like with no tank, and you're 60 feet down. It's night. You can't see a thing. You're alone in the ocean, but you can see this little gazebo. You swim to that. You pop in, and then you got air. Just some valves. You let in some fresh air, and then you hold on, and you take off your trunks and you just let it rip. But the problem is the fish get accustomed to this.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
So they go there knowing that you're going to poop.
As soon as you drop in the water at night, it's like the dinner bell going off. And there's like school. Yeah, because this is feeding time.
Whoa. And so you feel them like pecking at the back door?
The worst are the angelfish because that shape, they can get like right up in there.
Oh,
it's like not cool.
Boy.
So you take your fin off and you're like whacking them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So that's all bad enough. But as you're doing that, and you're in the pitch black Atlantic Ocean, 60 feet down, no scuba tank.
At night,
with the sound of the ocean like lapping against the dome. And you're looking down, and this endless black, just a black void. And you're thinking about every single scary ocean movie like Jaws, The Meg, whatever, The Abyss, all those scary movies, right? And you think about all this things that could be down there. You can't help but going through your head, so it's kind of freaky. And then you finish, and you put your mask back on. And I took a big breath, and I went down, and I opened my eyes in my mask in the darkness with my flashlight, and I saw, like right in front of me, this huge eyeball, like about the size, I don't know, of a saucer, like this big, staring, unblinking right at me. And I freaked out. I just tore off for the pool, for the moon pool and the habitat. I jumped in there. I surfaced. I'm screaming. And my crew come running thinking I've been bit by a shark or something. And I'm like, giant fish. And
what was it?
It was a Goliath grouper.
Oh, I've seen those things before. They're enormous.
Size of a cow. It's like
hundreds and hundreds of pounds, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Scared the living hell out of me.
Yeah, those things could literally eat a person.
Yeah. It was big enough, that's for sure. And so just the sight of it scared the heck out of me.
So where were you? Were in the Atlantic?
Yeah.
All right. So if you look at this, I think it's going to be okay for people to see. But you see now that there's this big part up here at the top, this big building here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's known as like the research facility or whatever.
Okay,
and it has the pool in it. So basically what it is like that sits down in the water and all the pressure allows the air to still stay in there.
Right.
And there's just like a little swimming pool that they jump into to get out from underneath, just like in The Abyss and all those other movies.
Yeah.
So that little white thing there he's talking about, that's the gazebo, the one that looks like a little spaceship. So he gets up in that, and
That's crazy.
They get rid of their, food from yesterday. And so he's talking about when he comes out of that grouper is like sitting there watching him, just like,
that's nuts,
dude.
But never in a million years will you catch me that deep in the water.
Well, and so he's talking about it being like pitch black and stuff. Like, dude, I'd have every light this thing has to offer turned on. No way that I.
Nope.
But I don't know, man. 2 weeks in that thing at the bottom. And during this interview, he talks a little bit about how like the nitrogen levels in them are so high. Like, okay, so if you go on a dive, you can end up with high nitrogen levels and you get the bends if you come up too quick, right? Well, he's like, if you stay down there, it's fine. But when you come back up, like they literally have to spend, I think, like a 48-hour process.
I think they have to like decompress before they come up.
Well, they have to come up in levels.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And he equivocated it to taking like a Sprite and shaking the Sprite up. And if you open it all at once, it goes crazy. But if you just do it a little bit at a time, you know, it just lets a little bit of that out of there. But no, man, I can't imagine, doing that and then coming out and there's this huge fish just waiting for you,
Nah.
after you're done. All right, so we're going to take a look at this next one, and this is nuts.
Shark over.
Okay, still in the belly.
I'm not. Oh, wow. When she rolls over oh, wow. My goodness.
Where's my phone?
Whoa. Look at the width of that thing.
This is a monster. She is huge.
And now she's belly side. I can't do anything.
No.
We're armed, but there was a young male that went away. Okay, she's not here now.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to shoot her. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. What? That is amazing.
She's going to eat the gun.
She is trying to. Whoa. Nice positioning by the sub-captain. This is fantastic.
Wow, look at the size. I mean, this female, she's definitely bigger than the sub is long.
Yeah. And she's coming back.
Is the laser on? It's just all silver?
No.
That's why I don't go in the ocean.
Absolutely.
That right there.
That thing was huge.
I love shark movies. I even like watching them swim in the water when I'm on land. That's about as far as it goes.
So the crazy thing about that, man, it didn't have any teeth.
Yeah, that was weird.
It must be. I know what it is. Grandma shark.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was wrong. We're not sorry about that, folks. Did you see the eyeball on that thing?
I don't know how they kept it together. In that glass jar.
That they must really be confident in that glass. All right, man. This is when it gets crazy.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So we all know about mermaids.
Yep, them sexy fish.
So some of the first accounts that they trace back are like in Syria in 1000 BC. They've documented these things. Scotland, Greece, Russia, China, Native American tribes, all again, dragons and what else have we talked about? Everything seems to be ancient and real in comparison to mythology.
And, and I'm telling you, so we've talked about, stories passed down from generation to generation.
Mm-hmm.
Every little piece of mythology has some truth to it.
Yeah.
That means somebody saw a woman fish. You know?
And her name may or may not have been Ariel.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is, so a lot of even the folklore, the whole giving up their voice to become human and all this other stuff.
Okay.
Like, that
Is
wasn't
that real?
Yeah, it wasn't just like a Disney story. I mean, is it real? I don't know.
Well, yeah. Listen,
There's accounts of that happening.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Right. So when it comes to these merfolk or whatever they are, the mermaids,
merfolk.
They are called that.
Is it real?
There's some places that call them merfolk.
This is great.
The accounts have them singing to sailors, trying to lure them into the water, that kind of stuff. Some say their tears produce pearls. Other legends are similar to the Splash movie that had Daryl Hannah in it. That if they come on land, they can shed their tail and become human or whatever. Of course, there's other tales that go a little more darker, and they're water demons, and they're like this spiritual entity that has been cursed to the water kind of thing. We're gonna watch some videos.
Let's do it.
This first one was these two guys in Israel. I'm on the fence about this one. I mean, I'm on the fence about a lot of this stuff. But let's see here. Check this one out.
Yeah, man, this is cool. Got a seal on the rock down there? That thing. Yeah. That's a weird looking seal, man. Are you filming this? Yeah. How do you, where's the zoom on this? Yeah, it's that button. Oh, there, I got it. It's a seal, man. What is that? Oh my God! What is that? Did you get that? Tell me you got that. Did you see that? What? That is not a seal, man. Oh my God.
So those two guys looked a little staged to me.
Yeah.
The guy kept going back and forth with him and his buddy. I think there was something really down there. He'd been honed on that the whole time. It's pretty crazy. Whoever did the animation on that or whatever that is. But it does start to get pretty crazy as far as what the heck is actually going on. And good old Joe Rogan's podcast is the catalyst once again for going a little further with this. So this is the beginning of a couple videos that kind of link together. So
you ever seen that video going around recently of those potential mermaids on the side of that ship in the middle of the ocean?
No.
What?
What are you talking about?
Are you serious? There's these things that are like racing on the side of the boat that are going the same speed as the boat. And there's like a tail or something trailing behind them, and this keeps up for hours. And then you start to hear whistling.
Let me
you
see
hear
this
tunes. It's that you hear what sounds like one of them say "jump for me."
Oh God!
I got another one over here. What are those? On each side of the boat? What are those trails called? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something swimming real fast.
So that guy is a fisherman.
Oh, yeah.
And he apparently records a lot of videos. But before those racing, or you know what? I take that back. I'm not exactly sure when, like in the timeline, how this completely plays out. Like if he hears them first and then sees them, but like they follow him back to land and everything else too, whatever this is. But he plays them, whatever this sound is taking place here. And the funny thing is he's met by like science officers and stuff after they've seen these videos back at the docks and stuff and questioned and all this other stuff.
The men in the black suits.
Pretty much. Yeah. Your TikTok is gone now, son. So anyway, you can listen to these. This is kind of crazy stuff.
Out here, we're chilling. We're out here chilling. hear it. I hear him. Where's she at? Noise, bro. What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's crazy.
So this still didn't. This could be anything.
You got a kid with a TikTok.
Right.
Like,
right.
come on.
You got a kid with a TikTok. You got what could be whales. But I don't know if you can hear that stuff.
You know.
I know you can hear it if they have like mics underwater and all that stuff. Could that sound have been added to it?
Right.
I don't know. You know, there's all kinds of stuff when it comes to that. Enter these two guys that were on Animal Planet. And this is where it kind of really turns and gets a little crazy for me. This is where I'm like, I maybe so. All right, so here we go.
Oh.
We're with former NOAA biologist Dr. Paul Robertson and joined by Dr. Torsten Schmidt. He was the lead geologist on a submarine crew that recorded on March 6th of this year the astonishing footage we just watched, and I'd like to start out with some reactions. Dr. Paul Robertson.
I'd really like to see what's on that second camera.
I'm glad. I think we all do. Our viewers at home, too, would like to see that. We're going to show you that right now. Let's take a look.
Oh.
Dr. Robertson.
No. Sorry. Can we play that back, please?
Can we get the footage of that back up there? Can we, in fact, why don't we take both cameras, first and second sync, and let's roll them together. Can we do that? Take a look again.
You got it.
Dr. Robertson, is this the creature that you and your team found in South Africa?
From what I can see here, yes. The body recovered was incomplete, but based on the remains that were taken from us, it looks like the same species.
Dr. Schmidt, what did you think when you saw this and when you filmed it at the time?
Well, I looked at it and I just knew I was looking into the face of another intelligence, another species like us.
Dr. Schmidt, tell us, who did you first show this footage to when you realized what you had filmed?
Well, we knew we could not share it with the duty officers of the expeditions, so we...
Again, you mean the Icelandic authorities who basically said that if you pursue this, they're going to threaten you with legal action.
Exactly. So we discussed it as a crew, and because we are Danes and Greenland is a part of Denmark, we thought we could go to the Danish authorities, so we did.
I'm going to put up an article here, and this is just remarkable. Please take a look at this. This is Greenland's response to what the Danish authorities shared with them. The government in Greenland issued a total ban on all new drilling, all new oil exploration, and this was just announced on March 27th of this year, 2013. And all of this in response to the footage that you and your team shared with the Danish authorities.
Yes, that's right.
We have a map of this area. Can we put up the map right now? Yeah, I mean, this is near where you filmed the encounter. Is that right?
Yes.
Seems like a vast area. That's huge.
It's actually the largest natural park in the world, and also a coastal preserve for marine mammals. And I think because of our footage was taken near that area, then there was a lot of concern about the disturbances to this habitat and what that may affect to the animals there.
I don't know, man.
I take back my sexy fish comment.
Well, that's kind of
ugly as all get up, man.
That's kind of mer-focused.
Wow, that's wild though. It's like something straight out of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I mean, okay, so those guys seemed fairly scripted too. Like,
but it's Animal Planet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Discovery Channel, History Channel, Animal Planet. We've been trained to believe like anything that is on those things is legit. My question is, for those being reputable, channels, why would they air that? If like, you know what I'm saying, like. And it's not a spoof, like that is Animal Planet's actual like channel,
for real,
you know. And it had Animal Planet down in the corner, but the one guy's just weird to me because he's kind of like, "Can I watch that again?"
Yeah,
like you haven't watched that hundreds of times.
I know.
And then he's like, "You got it, man. You got it." Like as if he didn't know that he'd already gotten it. Like
you're sitting there,
right?
They agreed to interview you.
Yeah. It's really, really odd. I don't know. Here's the crazy part of it. You think about our kid cartoons, you think about like the movies, all this other stuff, and what these things look like. And if that thing is real, it looks an awful lot like folklore.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm kind of, this has kind of been more of a video day and less talking.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things where there's just not enough to talk about. Like we just like even the people that are finding stuff can't explain what they're finding.
I don't know. I still want to see Bigfoot hanging out with a mermaid. My list has grown.
You want to see Bigfoot running around with a mermaid on his back?
Yeah, there you go. My list has expanded now.
All right, so I was going to bring this up to maybe doing another segment sometimes, but we always end up on Bigfoot. Did you know that the 411, what's that called? The missing person line for 411 is, do you know where I'm going with this?
I might.
Like, apparently if you're out in the forest and you get lost, you dial 411.
Yes.
Well, did you know that the map of all the people that have called in on the 411 map missing matches the Bigfoot sighting map?
Yes, I do. I do.
I mean, here we are laughing, but it's not. I'm not laughing for those people. If that's what is actually. So that's where you found out when you were talking about the portal stuff.
That's
last
right.
week.
Yes, that's where I found that out.
Through a portal, he snatches them.
But then, what's he do with them?
Takes them somewhere.
Feeds them to the mermaids.
Oh, so we are not going in the ocean or forests. Because if anything has heard anything we've said, they're going to be like, we got to get Todd and Bruce.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
There's so much in this world and that has been created, just unexplainable. I think the other thing that's kind of being overlooked a little bit is the things that humanity has done.
Yeah.
And when you think about the eugenics that the Nazis and all that stuff did with messing around with DNA and messing around with splicing humans with other stuff and things of that nature, like if the Nazis were doing it, then somebody else even further back in the past was messing with stuff.
Definitely.
I kind of think that stuff's inherently evil. I think it's trying to play God kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So if some of these things are out there, I'm not saying they couldn't have been part of creation, But what if they weren't? What if they were created with malicious purposes and intent?
Yeah, that's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, that's, interesting if nothing else. So in this week's Brevard Spotlight, we're pointing out a company that Bruce and I both have been to and actually enjoy quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Alfredo's Paradiso. Pizza, pasta, all the Italian, and I think there's even some Greek food there too that you would ever want.
All the good stuff.
You were telling me good stuff about them.
Oh my gosh! So my one daughter got married a few years ago, and we used them for the wedding. And let me tell you something: for the price, we got so much food. Like there were containers upon containers left over.
Wow!
And they left the servers behind for us back then.
Yeah,
like it was top notch, 100%. I would recommend them, whether it's for an event or for just a night out.
Locally owned and operated. I love this kind of stuff. Husband and wife team. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I think their kids are cooking in the kitchen as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
So the whole family's involved. Okay, so Alfredo and Linda together own the place. I don't know how long they've been here, but I think they've been here for a while. But even like if you're tired of Papa John's and tired of Pizza Hut and all that stuff, they make their pizzas with real ingredients.
Same with Olive Garden. Like if you want some real
absolutely
Italian food, absolutely this place. I've never gotten a bad dish from them.
Well, and for some reason, I'm wanting to think that they even do a buffet from time to time.
Oh wow.
I'm almost positive I've been in there before when they had like an Italian buffet type deal going on. So anyway, give them a check out. They're up on North Courtney and Crockett. I think right there next to somewhere around Target.
Yes. Yeah.
But if you're looking for a night out on the town, want to go out to eat together, they're great. I believe they do DoorDash, so you can have some food delivered as well if you want to stay in. But check them out. I enjoy them. I think they're great.
Oh, yeah.
So it's random thoughts time.
Okay.
Do you have any random thoughts this week, Bruce?
I have random thoughts all the time, but nothing.
Anything to share?
Everything that I see, everybody wants to say it's not real, and it hurts my feelings.
I kind of think it only hurts your feelings in one specific area that I can think of. And he's a pretty hairy dude from
stop.
So, a 51-year-old man, ultra marathon runner, decided that he was going to put himself in a hamster wheel and try to run across the Atlantic to London.
No.
Yes. And he's tried it multiple times.
Oh my gosh.
And here is the video about this individual.
A Florida man trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean to London in a giant hamster wheel has been arrested by the US Coast Guard. Reza Bellucci, a former professional cyclist, claimed to have a bomb on board the vessel and threatened to blow himself up after being approached by authorities, which turned out to be a hoax. He has now been charged with obstruction of boarding and violation of the captain of the port order. Reza has tried to cross the Atlantic 4 times in the last decade with a handmade vessel which he spent thousands of dollars on. After his 2021 attempt, he said in an interview that the purpose of the trip was to raise money for the homeless and other charitable causes.
So the obvious question that I have, why can't he just cross the Atlantic?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, why do you care so much?
Why do you care if he wants to put himself? Who's he hurting?
That's the part that miffed me. I was like, port authorities and this kind of violation and Coast Guard and all this stuff.
We don't have better things for the Coast Guard to do?
You got me. That's the part of this whole story that kind of bothered me a little bit. If some man wants to just, if you want to take a canoe out in the water and go, like, okay, it's probably going to be the end of you.
Yeah.
But so about 70 nautical miles. So he got 70 miles off of the Georgia coast.
No kidding.
Until he was intercepted. So it's like, okay, so you didn't have a problem with him doing it until, was it a certain spot that he got to? Because I know if you get too close to the Kennedy Space Center, people will show up.
Yeah.
If you're out there on the water, you know. So when the Coast Guard intercepted him, it led to a 3-day standoff where he refused to leave the vessel, threatened to harm himself, and he claimed to have a bomb.
Oh my gosh. That escalated way out of hand.
Well, he later admitted none of that was real. And he was arrested and charged with obstruction and violating a port order. Did he not have a license to?
How do you license a hamster wheel?
I was thinking a nautical vessel. But
is it really considered a nautical vessel, though?
I mean, it's on the water, I would guess. I don't know. So he had done this before in like 2014 and 2016, and those both ended with the Coast Guard intervening as well.
See, he needs to start in the middle of the night.
Well, if he got 70 miles, he might have.
Yeah. Who called on him if he's 70 miles out in the water?
I'm guessing they spotted him somehow.
That's
like
wild.
Satellite imagery or something.
Yeah, they're always watching us. No,
even in the water in your hamster wheel, they're watching.
Oh my goodness!
Always watching. So yeah, I thought that was fairly incredible. And you saw the hamster wheel, right?
Yeah.
Like he took some time in building that thing. That's not.
Yo, he's got some nerve, man. Because
and you can. So the other times that he had tried it, you can look this up. It's not the same hamster wheel each time. There were a couple times where there was like a little ball in the middle that looked a lot more like a hamster.
Oh my gosh.
A hamster ball than what this thing does. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was one for the records, only in Florida kind of thing.
Yeah, for real. Like, I never would have thought of that.
What, running across the ocean?
As a marathon runner using a hamster wheel.
Yeah. I would think that would be pretty tough. Like,
oh, that's got to be extremely difficult.
He would have drowned had he got out.
70 miles. How many miles is it?
From us to London? I would think it would be 1,000 something, if not more. Give it a goog.
We're going to say he started out in Georgia. No, he started out in Florida.
He started out in Florida.
Why did he go to...
Well, he was off the Georgia coast, so he was going up to go over to London.
All right, let's take a look. Oh, bro, he was never going to make it.
No, he would have died.
3,500 to 4,000 nautical miles.
Yeah. Have you, like, one of the things...
2 to 4 weeks by sailboat.
One of the things that I was looking at when I was watching this is there were doing some of these research videos, like the waves that have been caught on there were a couple cruise ships that got caught in some really nasty stuff. Like on the
I've
way
seen
over.
That.
There's no way that guy would have survived any of that. Like once he got out into the middle of it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Florida. That's it.
Flamerica. All right. The next one's kind of crazy too. And again, this is Polk County, which is a special place.
Oh, yeah, that is. I love the sheriff out there.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is.
He's a real good guy. All right, here we go. And there's a whole story with this, too.
In Polk County, a couple visiting Florida had what may be the worst Uber ride ever. Officials say 27-year-old Elijah Mills was driving the couple around Davenport when deputies boxed them in. He's accused of driving a stolen rental car. Mills is arrested and is facing charges of grand theft and driving with a suspended license. It all worked out for that happy couple as deputies posed with them for a photo before giving them a free ride to where they were staying.
So there's a lot more to this story that they left out. So he turned this stolen rental car into an Uber business.
Okay.
And after swiping the car, the rental company, they give you a little bit of a grace period, even if you don't turn it in. I think he knew he had gotten to the grace period, and so he knew that, okay, they're going to come after me. They're going to track this car. They can even shut it off.
Wow.
This man kept the car running for 3 weeks straight.
Bro, you couldn't do that today. $4.30 a gallon for gas.
I don't know, man. If you've got a good Uber side hustle going, especially if he's picking them up from the airport and taking them stuff. 3 weeks, yeah.
Well, I'm thankful my truck just starts in the morning sometimes.
I know. So I guess he was going and, every time he'd pull into the gas station, he'd leave it running while he's putting gas in it. But I can't imagine living over in certain parts of that area. Like, who's watching your car at night to keep somebody from stealing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would leave it running because he knew that they were going to cut the engine off. So these tourists were from the UK. So they can only imagine, like, all Americans must be like this. This must be the way they live. I don't know. I thought those two were very interesting stories for the Florida.
Gosh, that's wild.
For the Florida faithful to
only in Florida
to digest and kind of think about. Ending up on all this stuff, I just got a few more things to think about here at the end. Have you ever missed a phone call just by like one ring?
Yeah.
And then you call them back and you get voicemail?
Yes.
And then they don't return your call?
Yep.
What's that all about?
Bro, it's got to be just, spam callers, like robot. It's got to be
No, I'm talking about like somebody you know.
Oh, dude.
Have you ever had that happen?
Man, why'd you call me to begin with? Like,
I
just missed your call, dude.
Yeah.
Like, just now.
And then you call them right back, and you don't get anybody. They don't text. They don't nothing.
That's why I text them back. I'm like, did you pocket dial me or what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that a couple times, like butt dial, question mark.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. Just a thought for the day.
Yeah. I hate that.
Here's a good
I hate the text message that you send out, and you don't get response for days, and all of a sudden they text you, and like, I don't even remember why I texted you to begin with.
Right. Right. Now, I will say this much, and me and the buddy of mine were talking about this once. Have you ever, like, received a text from somebody and you answer it in your head and you never typed anything on the phone?
More than I want to admit.
Right. And so I promise people, if I've seen your text and didn't reply, I replied in my head. You just didn't get it.
Or I'll get it and I'll look and it's still in there and I never sent it.
I've done that too. Like, I type it out. It's still in the draft section, but never hit send. This is a good one. Why do GPS apps put all those first few steps of how to get somewhere? We know how to get out of our neighborhood.
Our neighborhood, yeah, I know.
How about you just skip to the first major road and then go from there?
Yeah, for real.
And there's always that moment at work when you know you're done for the day being productive. And why don't they just let you go home at that point?
Usually around 12 o'clock.
Right. I was thinking right after I've had my coffee.
Yeah.
So, anyway, man, you got any more to add this week?
No, man.
Some of this stuff was fun. I still think it's amazing what we have and haven't discovered.
I know.
And just how much there actually is out there that we don't even have a inkling or a description or any, that it's just crazy. Like,
I know. Land,
sea, air, know.
It's wild, and we want to act like we want to go to space.
Well, and the crazy part of it, we want to define it.
Yes.
And sometimes trying to define it means that we end up making stuff up, I think.
Yeah, or we exaggerate it.
Or we put our little box narratives on what we want it to be. And this kind of goes back a little bit to our discussions in the past. We make little religions out of everything.
Oh, absolutely, man. Like, I am sure there'll be some people who are mad as can be that I'm poking fun at the space program.
Oh, absolutely.
And you all need to just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not that serious, I promise you.
No, it's really not. And, we watched a couple movies with some friends recently. One was called Marvel's Thunderbolts. I don't know if you've seen that. They're basically the new Avengers. They're kind of like the
yes, yeah, I
Avengers.
did. Yes,
dude, that whole movie, like, they're the rejects, and so they're just like, my life sucks. This sucks. All the horrible things I've done, this and that, and I'm like, somebody please bring up Jesus in this movie because everybody is screaming for redemption.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, man, and I think when we talk about some of this stuff, and when we're talking about what humanity's doing here and doing there, they're like, they want us to be so far gone away from our Savior and talk about everything else but him.
Yeah. What else can we be distracted with?
Right.
And
I think distraction is really the best word for some of this stuff, because we either really don't know, or what we do know, they don't want to say, because a lot of it points back to him.
And that's the thing is, we talk about these funny things and we have a good time with it. But at the end of the day, we know where our foundation is.
Amen.
We know where our actual hope is. And our hope is that we know in eternity we're going to spend that with the Lord. And, so we can poke fun at this. We can have a good time at this. Some people, man, they get so wrapped up and it just drives them down. We joke about the gas prices. Some people are seriously pulling their hair out over this. And yeah, sure, it's serious. My budget is stretched more than it was before.
Yeah.
But, I've got something greater to look forward to.
And something greater to share with everyone else.
Absolutely. So these things that happen here that really put some people in a tailspin, we're not greatly affected by them.
No.
And if you are one of those people who are like, man, I don't know where the world's going right now, I would encourage you to check out Jesus.
Yep.
Okay. Because, man, there's no greater hope than that.
No. And like I said, while I was watching that movie, I was just like, oh.
Yeah. That's a great point, because, I didn't think of that when I was watching it.
Oh, it's so much despair and misery, and they're just wallowing in the past of what they've done. And I'm just like those are the people that I'd love to talk to most.
Yeah.
Because it's like Jesus is a big old eraser, and he wants to erase a lot of things and replace it with him. So,
absolutely, man.
But
100%.
But that really kind of does it for this week.
Yes, sir.
It was a fun one this week. It was a little bit more low key. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and give us some comments. I would love to know. We live down here right off the coast. So if you've seen something or something's happened to you, there's a couple other things that are really cool that we may talk about, but there's these big statues of Jesus at the bottom of the ocean in 3 different places, and one of them's down in the Keys.
Wow.
So we'll have to talk about that and take a look at those sometimes too. But that pretty much wraps it up for this week.
Yes, sir.
All righty, we will catch you next week.
All right, have a good one.